This is Ava in 31H by Henry Margu. Remember that? Because I keep forgetting. And the reason why is because I've had this wig, oh my gosh, for like over 2 years. I can't remember when I bought it. And I've worn it, I can't even say a handful of times. And because I have a bazillion wigs and we all have our favorites, on my casual days, I just gravitate towards human hair because it dries wavy and it just looks realistic. And then I have my work wigs, which are usually like Camilla's by John Renault. And then now I'm wearing Raquel Welch's Influencer Inspo for work. So, you know, and then I have my other date night pieces and everything. And I have too many wigs. I have too many wigs. And it's Labor Day weekend. Ooh, I feel like this is crooked. It's Labor Day weekend. And I'm being tempted to get more. I'm being tempted. And I don't need wigs right now. I have other priorities right now. So, yeah, anyways, so I've had this for a long time. Henry Margu it's not a very popular company. They don't always participate in the 30% off discounts when a company will have that sort of sale. They like to market more towards brick and mortar stores. At least last time I've had this conversation about Henry Margu. It could have changed by now, who knows? But that's just what I've been told. And so, you know, people don't have as many Henry Margus. This is the second Henry Margu I've had. The other one was Harper, and it was in this crazy red that I just did not feel comfortable wearing. She was cute, she was wavy. She had a fantastic lace front, but no mono top. So it would look best like if you had pulled her up and then just you could see that part. I consider getting another one. There's just too many wigs in the world to choose from. And honestly, I like human hair more. They just last longer, you get more bang for your buck. Once you know how to like take care of them, it's not a big deal. And they're just higher quality. Like you can restore them and take care of them and things like that. And synthetics, you can take care of them, but they have such a limited life that it just, and as they get more expensive these days, I'm like, I really don't feel like it's worth the money to buy synthetics all the time, you know, unless they're like the cheapy ones, which we all know how to with cheapy ones, they're itchy and uncomfortable. So that's just the thoughts that go through my head. And I can't even tell you the last time I bought a wig. I bought a wig from wigs.com, and it's John Renault's Blake and FS27. I'm making payments on it. So I have 2 more payments left. So I guess I've been paying monthly for a wig. Yeah, so that was the only way I could do it at the time. But yeah, now I'm getting the itchy wig purchasing finger, even though I don't need it. I should sell some wigs before I buy any more. Anyways, I digress. This is Ava. She's beautiful, you guys. Like, look at this. This is just hair that people dream of. The stuff that dreams are made of. Just look at this glorious hair. It's so pretty. I mean, you could probably, let me sure not to get my AirPod out. You could probably put it up. I haven't really messed with that. Look, it's got that cute ponytail. My hair is lighter, so if I was gonna put her up, I would get some of that eyebrow. I have this eyebrow tint. I don't even know, I lost it. I wanna get some more, but it's kind of like mascara. You could use brown mascara too and just darken your hair so that blends better. Because my hair is just a little bit too light for this color. But you could put her up. I mean, she's equivalent, I say she's equivalent to Downtime. Look at that. We use like a little clock, but she's equivalent to Downtime, and I guarantee she gets way less tangly. I know this because I have a Downtime, had her for years, haven't reviewed her, hardly touch her because she's a big tangly mess. I should review her next, actually. Maybe I will if I get enough memory on my phone. But this is equivalent. If you like Downtime, but you can't afford the hand tie cap and you can't handle the long, insta-tangly curls, I think this is a good replacement. I mean, look at these layers. There's some bangs in here. Look at that. Well, I wouldn't call them bangs, like a choppy fringe, a fringe. And there's these layers and then these beautiful curls. So Ava, let's take her off. Ava is a standard wefted cap, which makes her affordable. And she's a full mono top and she got lace front. And her lace goes from ear tab to ear tab. So I have not, and it's got the polyurethane to help stick to your ears if you have that problem. It doesn't, I've worn it when it's like humid and it didn't make it overly itchy or anything like that, the polyurethane. Some wigs, like if you look way back in the beginning of my wig viewing days, I had Savoir Faire by Raquel Welch, and that's human hair, and I loved it, but my lord, it had so much silicone in the ear tabs and at the nape. It made me so sweaty, and it was like a work wig for my military job, and it was not working. It was not. I love that color. If they could get that color in a wig that doesn't have all that silicone, I would buy it. Even though nobody pricey, but I'd buy it because I loved shaded cappuccino in the human hair form much better than in synthetic form, much more. But anyways, so with that being said, the silicone on these ones are not a big deal. Ooh, the nice thing about these ear tabs that it's lace to lace. It's just like how John Renault did their light collection. They have their lace going to the ear tabs. Now you do see, like, look, that looks terrible and fake, and you would be best just tucking this behind your ear like that, and even then you can see it. So I've worn this out in public, and I hope that wasn't noticeable because that's embarrassing. So you would want to trim that for sure. And even if it's still noticeable, I would get a Sharpie and color that in. Maybe that's why I haven't worn this often, because unless I know I'm just gonna do this and I'm aware of tucking my ears so you can't see that tacky ear tab. Same problem as with the John Renault lights. I have to do the same thing. I have a Julianne that I had to cut the ear tabs way down, so I haven't done it with my Zara light because I was lazy, I guess. And because that's noticeable, and it gets annoying and itchy. That lace is just not comfortable. Maybe it's better on like their human hair, but Blake is super expensive now in the light collection, and they're behind indefinitely. I don't know why John Renault, this is like, before I wanted to be a John Renault ambassador, and now I'm like, no, because they canceled my favorite wig, and all the wigs that I want, they have them back order forever, but they keep bringing out new ones. It infuriates me. They're more concerned about an image, but most of us just want those old ones. We're waiting and waiting. You can look on any Facebook group, any YouTube video, people are commenting, I've been waiting for this wig for 2 years. John Renault, wake up, stop making new wigs in the colors that we want on our old wigs. What is so hard about that? Just stop making new wigs and stick with the old ones and make those in the colors we want. That's all we want. We don't need new ones, and angry. Anyways, this, you would need to cut these tabs back, and then if you can still see, because the problem is you can see that silicone almost through there, so color that with a Sharpie. But I mean, the scalp looks realistic. It doesn't look fake. This doesn't have that weird line. They don't do that weird line that Raquel Welch does, where it's like a bright line and then the rest of the hair. It looks stupid and tacky. Don't do it. It looks so obvious, you guys, especially in Shaded Biscuit. I know everybody loves that color, but it looks so wiggy in that color because it's like that obvious stripe. Look at it. I'm telling you, look at pictures, look at yourself in pictures, take pictures, look at other videos. You see it. And people are like, oh, I got Shaded Biscuit on, and they feel like they're hot stuff, and they look like they're wearing a wig. So what I like about this is that it doesn't have that appeal at all. Let's look at the lace front. Ooh. Okay, it's good to have all the hair. Oh, now my hair wants to come out. Woo! Okay, let's redo this. Okay. So have to say that looks pretty good. Those knots. I mean, you'd have to be like right up close to me like that to see those. So if you wanted to pull this up, I'm not the kind of girl. Ooh, first we would fix that. And if you wanted to do this, I would pluck the hairline just to break it up a little bit. You could, I mean, obviously you can take some of these hairs out and that kind of breaks up that monotonous line. Ew, I don't know about that. And there you go. So it does help. So breaking that up, it does help it. I would still pluck at the hairline just so it's not completely straight, but the knotting is not bad at all. Not bad at all. This hair, I love these waves. How do the fibers feel? I'm not gonna lie, they are a bit dry. And so you do have to like be aware of this wig when you're wearing it. If you're driving, put it on top. If you're just hanging on the house, please put it up in like a claw clip or just take it off. So it's not rubbing on you because it will tangle. These are not the moistest fibers, in my opinion anyways. But she's still beautiful, and on like if you can get her on sale, like she's a good wig, unless they jacked up their prices like John Renault did. I feel like they jacked up their prices the most out of all the companies. I could be wrong, but they do feel a little dry. So you want to make sure that you are putting like finger combing this, and then at the end of the night putting a little bit of Moroccan oil or silicone spray on it just to keep them good. But I feel like she does untangle a lot better than John Renault fibers, and you can brush her out and it doesn't look like a lot of the hairs became all wiry and curly like on John Renault fibers. Don't get me wrong, I love John Renault. I have more John Renault wigs than any other company because I love their human hair. I love their colors. They have lots of colors and that I like, and even though I complain a lot about them, I still like them. So do with that what you will. I like them, but I like to compare them, and maybe one day they'll watch my videos and take it into consideration. And they'll be like, oh, we want someone who's actually honest, you know, to help us make these wigs better. But honestly, I think they make their wigs depreciate faster, so you buy more. Do you really think they want you to have a wig that lasts forever? Okay, sorry, I'm back. I had memory issues, and by the time I got it all done, my kids are now back. So do you hear any noises? That's why. They're supposed to be quiet, so we'll see if they can listen. But back to my talk about the fibers. They're just a little dry, but I do feel like they untangle better than John Renault's. These layers are so beautiful. It's envious hair. At this point, I do have the ring light on. So you can tell by the nice glow of my face. So let's talk about this color, 31H. So I'm gonna tell you that Henry Margu's color swatches are terrible. They're not accurate at all. If you look up 31H, you'll see the color swatch and it looks like it's like an auburn color. And just look at this now, I don't see. There might be a little bit. Okay, the no talking thing clearly didn't work. But as you can see, this is like a brunette. I think that this is some auburn right there, but this does not look like the color swatch. It's darker and there's no red in my opinion. Like I wouldn't get this for its auburn lowlights. I really can't even say I see those. I'm guessing. I'm trying to give it some credibility. So yeah, when you look up 31H, it looks like it's an auburn color. That's what I wanted. This is not auburn. I still love this color, fortunately, but my point being is that you cannot rely on their color swatches, and that is a huge downfall of theirs. You have to look at wig reviews, and I don't even know if there's any wig reviews of 31H. There aren't a whole lot of wig reviews on Henry Margu, so that's what makes it challenging. I took a gamble. Luckily, I still like this color, but it's not at all what I thought it was going to be. So there is some disappointment in that. I do like this color, but it's not the red that I was envisioning. I really think that's supposed to be the auburn. But this is not, this is a brunette piece. Definitely a brunette piece. So just keep that in mind as you look at Henry Margu colors, and just remember, like, look up on YouTube, go on different Facebook groups, ask them what they think, or if anyone can show you pictures of them, and if they can explain it in which lighting, because it makes a difference, and it just helps you make a decision, because their color swatches are just not accurate at all. So with that, I'm going to be done with this review. She is beautiful. I love her. I don't wear her that often, but when I put her on, I'm like, why don't I wear this piece enough? So I do want to wear her some more. I would get her again in another color. So I do like her. I do recommend her. I'm just going to trim these ear tabs and darken that area. So when I do an ear tuck, you don't see that. That's tacky. So anyways, ladies, thank you for watching. And thank you for your patience and all my video cuts and everything as I'm dealing with memory and children coming home and things like that. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and I will get back to you as soon as I have an answer. Okay, have a good day.